Well, I agree that just being awakeness is the non-dual. It's like apparently when Buddha was asked, "Are you a saint?" or what's the story? He said, I'm awake. I'm not a man, I'm not a saint, I'm just awake. And this awakeness does seem to contain the totality. There's one without a second here. And when we talk about attention to attention, I think it's important, I feel, to mention that experientially, when I attend to our collective attention, that I notice that it just merges. It's like water being poured into water. There's no subject-object as I completely surrender and let go. And then, so attention to attention just dissolves into this ocean of pure, indivisible awakeness, consciousness itself. Frankie and Nellie, what do you find?
What comes to me is that there is no, for me it's like when there is no subject and object, but I am both, so it's not like, it's not even, there is a stage, I should say, in which I'm not even nourished, I am nourishment. It's like I am the nourishment. So it's the I, like Ken Wilber talks about the I, the subject and the I. So I feel that is I don't know, there are some words for me that trigger that. Like when you said source, for me, that kind of did it. So there is some, I don't really know how to do it every single time. For me, I'm going back to the showing up. I'm making myself available. But in the minute that, just like in quantum physics, right? Like I make myself available, so I am the hangout. And by coming to the hangout, I am it, with all that it entails in terms of attention, the grazing, the gazing, and all that. That's how it happens. And kind of also, I have this feeling here in my heart today, it's like, kind of, it's like the attention is going from not just the eyes to my heart. Maybe there are eyes in the heart too, I don't know. Like when I make myself available, it's this, that, not my head only. Comes from, the energy comes from here. I'm exploring here, so I'm not sure what I'm saying. But I'm offering this. And Frankie.
Okay. Having been a meditator for many years, I find that this is more complete, because trying to quiet my mind and putting my attention on something is important. But here I've learned that my body is also incorporated in this experience, and it kind of blends everything together. And as you say many times, Barry, it's mind, body, heart experience. And so every part of me is present. Every cell in my physical body, every part of my soul, every spiritual part that exists. My mind is completely in cooperation with experience. And so it's to me very fulfilling, because it's something that I can completely experience. All that I am is a part of all that is. And so attention is very important and keeps my mind in focus. And the spiritual part is there because there's so many loving sentiments and so many feelings that are there in unity. And my body is also here with me in this experience. And that to me has made a big difference. Because while meditating, I was taught to try to not experience the body and to cut off all contact with my external environment and just focus on this other thing. And many times just go to another place and not really be here fully. But hanging out with you has enabled me to incorporate my body, my surroundings. Everything is part of this that is all. And that has been very unique and very fulfilling, because that's really a part of me. Thank you.
You know, I feel that meditation, because it's done usually in isolation, we're in this sort of, you know, we're individually meditating, and to be meditative, and so to find the maximum amount of aware awakeness as a lone individual, it seems natural enough to just give all of our undivided attention to how awake and aware we feel in the moment as we're sitting still and silently by ourselves. And I know that can go really into this total unity. In some ways, you know, if I devote several days to meditating like that, I can definitely get into a place of indivisible union with the whole body of nature and the whole cosmos, and be the void, and everything is everything else and everywhere else, as I've spoken of before. Though that requires a lot of days and days, round-the-clock meditation for that to happen, to really embody everything as this timeless, void-based consciousness, and that is very exquisite. Though I think in the short run, individual meditation just there's just not enough time. We have to get back into dealing with thoughts and things and activities and people and situations. So I have been exploring this for over 30 years here, where this is something we can do together to be in that vastness, and the more we really explore it and experience it, it makes it so much more accessible to be fully embodied and indivisible from the whole of life, and be fulfilled by this, by the exquisiteness of how actually nature is happening as us and through us and with all of us. So that this is a way that our whole species, the whole of humanity, can develop this habit to be this way, with with all that is. How do you all feel about that? You're all still there.
I feel that this is what is. I mean, it's what humanity has access to now, and this is the right way because it's so easy. It's so graceful. It's so of the moment that it's so fulfilling that this has to be right, and we have to be doing it at the right time for it to be this way, and to be able to incorporate it into our lives also. And coming together this way, I had always wondered how it was going to happen, that we would form these loving communities, and this is a beautiful way to start. It's so nice and so right. And I think it's just what is, at the moment, the most important thing that we can do now. Become aware, live consciously, and come together this way so that that would be repotentiated and exponentially multiplied to radiate out in other ways.
Nice share. Yeah, it was really nice. I have the warm fuzzies, and what's up for me is this sense of when someone has a 30-year mission, you know, it's like a trip out of our solar system and back, but to have a level of commitment that they know that this is it. And you know, I choose to know how many people on Earth have been committed to an ideal for, you know, 3 decades or longer, to make something manifest. And I sense that most of the heartfelt projects that many decades have been committed to are worthy of being made manifest here, you know, for all the right reasons and for all the reasons we don't even know of. And I think when Sperry shares about we're at the precipice of the 6th mass extinction, which is a crisis, we also have the opportunity of the 6th mass awakening. And this is a real pivotal time for humanity. We have this opportunity. And you know, our awakeness hangouts, letting love levitate. I'm really enjoying this early stage, you know, just to really get this initial early connection where we know that we're up to something. You know, we really get that. Whoa, this is something that can really change our human kindness, can change our dream, can awaken from and into something greater. And it's I was sharing with Sperry before on kind of our catch-up calls that any enterprise or any venture looks to deliver on its promise of its premise. So the premise we have is letting love levitate. We have a premise of awakeness, that there's an experience that we can promise of which we deliver. And people are referred or not referred to organizations or individuals because their ability to deliver on their promises. And consistently, even just in one hangout, you know, some couch surfing buddies and friends that have hung out here, they're like, whoa, you know, they had this experience that, like, that was amazing. And I'm just really making a point here that there's so much in today's culture, especially in the amount of content and media that's available instantly for people to tune in and to change channels and to go something else. To have an experience that can deliver in 90 minutes or 2 hours that gives people an immersive experience to awaken as one and to be in unity consciousness, to have a shared common sense, and to have an experience that many transcendental meditators spend years and years and years on, and they can have in one session guaranteed, is amazing. Just simply profound that this is what we're able to do. And I think it's relevant and it's poignant, and it points to the fact that this is probably for the first time that we've taken an ego or a personality out of the picture. And it's not about one teacher or one guru or one dude or dudette that is sharing the info like, hey, everybody look at me, I'm going to point our attention to attention. It's about transcending that integral level into transpersonal, that it is beyond us. It's beyond each of us, and it's us being awake and putting our attention on attention itself, and to re-source, to come from source and to be source. That is so empowering. It is this shift that we go from many, many gears and many, many contents, changing channels, into this neutral, and all speeds are available because we just become source. So I am equally hopeful that we've tapped into something that is simultaneously beyond our current paradigm, and it is who we are at our most essential nature. And this is what makes it also relieving or relaxing, or as Nellie shares, it feels like home. So, you know, I welcome us home, and I welcome us to the great adventure that, you know, is unfolding for us. And I thank our early participants because, you know, we're part of the bedrock here to awaken humanity. Okay, we got 9 minutes. This is the 90-minute shorter Tuesday session, so thank you. Pass the mic.
I find that this 90 minutes are so power-packed. So much power in this 90 minutes. And I feel so fortunate and so excited to be both the creature of this hangout and the creator. You know, like I growing into it, I changed my life, and at the same time also creating it together with you. Adjusting to it, watching the videos, all the stuff that we've been doing in this last, since when I joined. And so it's like being like the home and the inhabitant, you know, of this. It's so amazing. It's really, and it's changing my, first of all, I'm happy that to have found this, because I in the isolating meditation mode, I was not, you know, it wasn't my thing. In fact, I always try to meditate with other people, you know. So to be in community, to have it all, community and being in awakeness and being one, it doesn't get any better than this, really. So as I go deep into this practice, I deepen the practice, I also find myself sharing about it, you know, sharing about it, because it's everything in my life points to this, you know. It's normal, and And now being on air, we don't really know what's going to come out of this, but we are here. We are really pioneers, I think, of this. And it's, I can testify any minutes that it works. It really does work. And it changes people's lives. Thank you.
Besides being an opportunity to be aware and to feel and to experiment oneness, unity, it's a place of healing and transformation. It's life-changing. And it's through this experiential opportunity that we can be one with ourselves, all of what we are, and be one with others, and be one in life, and feel the joy of life, and remember who we are and why we're here. It's profoundly transformative.